Okay, let me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live with our good friend uh, Jake Roland. Jake Roland is a techpreneur. He has done so much amazing things. He's developed a lot of products, and today we're going to pick his brain on the latest app that he developed, and that is focused more on providing, helping family with savings. It's more because as you know, in this tough financial time, it's hard to manage your money, and it's hard to see how much you can save and afford for a family. But this guy, it's amazing. He is out there. He's really done amazing things, and we're just gonna pick his brain on what he's done and what his goals are, his ambitions are, and what he sees in the market, and what really motivated him to start this app or to do this app. And Jake is going to. We had him before on the show. If you go in, you go into some of our videos that we've shot, you'll see a very long conversation with him about his company, Pigment Technologies. But recently, he's developed an app. He started a new company, which is more focused on savings, financial education and financial. It's a financial resource that family can look into to maybe help them to save here and there to be able to sustain themselves. Jake is obviously going to introduce himself, but I just want to kind of walk things through. Please subscribe and like our posts, like our page, and you will get the latest interviews. We have a lot to come. We have so much to come, but this is like the beginning of our process. This is the beginning of our channel. But we just want to make sure that you have the best, you have everything you need. Please subscribe. When we post something, you will see immediately. You'll be the first to see it, and maybe be the first to like it, and you'll be the first to comment. So as we're about to start, I will let Jake introduce himself to the audience, and we'll start with the questions. Jake.
Good evening, everyone. It's I'm on the East Coast time, so it's 7 p.m. I'm Jacob Roland. I'm the founder and CEO of Pigment Technologies. It's a IT firm based in Liberia that cater to computer service in terms of software development, and network infrastructure. In my joining as a technology person, for more than 20 years of experience, I have grew interest into seeing what's the possible way to make life more seamless. My being here living in the U.S. from almost 5 to 6 years now, I've discovered one of the greatest problem that that everybody people living in America struggle, which is called savings. I've experienced it as a person. I've seen people complain about it, and one of the key things I see people talk about in a day-to-day conversation struggle is how can we save. You are able to save no matter how much job you do, no matter how much money you get, and then once the money comes into your hand, it goes back right into bill. And I see that so much is not that people can save; it's just the fact of the discipline, right, that we are lacking of. So in that mindset, I decided to dive into going back home to my motherland, to my root, and looking at what traditional method we use back home, in West Africa, in Liberia, which is called susu. And susu is a form of, for some of you who don't know what susu is, it's a form of rotational saving that a person or family members can invite, and collect money at a certain time, and collect money at a certain time, and be decided to receive payment based on terms every time the money is collected. And this method has been one of the key factors in Africa where when I grew up, I saw families, people who wasn't qualified for bank loans, who didn't have money to pay to send their kids to great schools and all that. So I saw families and friends coming together in the lake community. If they were doing we call it hand to mouth, meaning a business that you don't really save money to grow, but as you sell today, use the money, buy another goods, and keep the profit. So you see people who doing those business decided they'll fund a saving or they'll create their own community where maybe every week they'll keep trying collecting $50 every week, and at the end of the week, one person collect that money. So I saw families who already use those methods. I saw them send their kids to grade school, building houses, and that were able to keep them in a discipline of saving. That were able to keep them to achieve their goal. So I decided to consult with my partners, say, hey, why don't we, because we're in the modern technology right now, why don't we develop a platform, a mobile app that we can integrate that system into America and where people can be able to trust their family and friend to organize their own saving instead of people going taking credit cards or taking, that would just ruin their credit history or damage their more or put them more in financial debt. They can be able to create their own social group among themselves, and save it. So why don't we build a platform? And that's when we found a company called MySusu, right? MySusu is a digital mobile app platform that will be launched this Saturday, and we will be providing digital method of saving, right? The idea of Susu by bringing it back to the digital platform that people will be able to use to connect to friends and family and be able to save as a community. Now, let me go back a little bit about Susu. For most of immigrants, especially people who that live in the US, Susu is not a new thing to anybody, right? If you're from Cameroon, from Nigeria, from Ghana, right? You know what Susu is, right? And if you're from the Caribbean, right, whether it be Jamaica, whether Dominican Republic, right? This is a this is a this is a method have been used from time in time out, right? Going back to Susu in the 80s, right, a large group of immigrants, right, based in Brooklyn, right. 75% of those immigrants use the method of Susu to be able to facilitate and to pay their debts and be able to use for business and stuff like that. Now you realize that at least 75% participated in some form of susu. Sometimes you see 10 to 15 partners, or often you see women or close friends, right, contribute, enhance. And sometimes you find out that there were $50 a week, and it grew attention to the point that people who from the Caribbean or who live in Brooklyn saw people they didn't have to go to the bank for loans, right? They were buying the houses, they were able to pay off they were able to pay off the debts they owe. So it goes way back, till today. You realize that 25% of second generation, right, Caribbeans who live, Brooklyn still uses susu. Even back to the African community, people who live locally here still use susu. But what we're doing as a company, right? We are just providing a platform that we can use. And so basically, that's what Susu is all about. And that's what we are doing as a company, and this is what we are focused on right now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're going to unpack a lot of the things you said and quite some great, some really good information that the viewers need to pick on. But so what's how can how can that be used in the U.S.? I mean, I know you mentioned the inspiration for that came from looking at family in Liberia and looking at the opportunity of savings. Not having money uh, to get loans or get out of that, but just kind of having that as a savings. So how, how can how can that be used? Is it more like a cash app, or is it more like uh, PayPal, or what is it? We can't hear you. Your speakers off.
Oh,
Your sound is off.
thank you. Sorry, I muted by accident. Am I clear now?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So we go back to the idea of what Susu is, right? What we said was rotational saving, right, among group of people. And these people can be your close friend, it could be your best friends, your college friends, it could be your family, it could be people who you know and trust, right? And It's a so when we're looking at Susu, right? We will say it's a thrift institution, right? On a simple compulsory basis. Now, what that have to say that you only create a Susu group with trusted family and friends, right? And the idea we're doing for the platform and how can it be used, which is a good question, is that on our platform, we provide a way where you can log into the app, create your accounts, verify you're a user, right? You create your own social group, right? By creating and putting your maybe your saving goal. It could be like, hey, okay, our saving goal, my goal is I want to collect $100 every week from everybody in this group, right? It could be $50, they just say, right? Invite 10 people in an identical group. And out of these 10 people in the app, you can select that every time we collect $50 from everybody in this app, we want to pay for this week, we'll give it to Comline. Next week, we'll give it to Jake. Next, the following, we'll give it to John. And until everybody in this group collect the payment. So we also have a payment gateway that we know everything is done within the app, right? Where you guys can go there in the app as a group, discuss about your saving goal, discuss whether maybe the $100 of that you guys collect is not good. You guys can increase it. You guys can, but at the end of the day, it's all liable on you and whoever you trust, right, in your community, right? So we as a service provider, we just provide a platform that you can use and utilize, right? And yes, this idea is already being used in America, right? And like I said, you realize, a large sum of African in that that live out here uses Susu already. It's already being used, right? Like I just spoke back in the 1980s when the whole people from the Caribbean using it till now they're still using that method. So it's not new to anybody. The concept is where people still have trusted friends and family around it that they still use. Now, all we're doing to you is, hey, do it on the digital platform that this app will automatically do automatic withdrawal when time is ready to collect the payment. That you don't have to call someone and say, hey, so the payment is due, right? Once a person join this app, link the bank account, our app will automatically go to that person's account, withdraw that money once the payment is due, and will automatically pay the person who's supposed to receive the next payment. So we as the app, we already going to design that, and that's how we're going to read, and that's how you're going to use it, right, to utilize and make sure that you accomplish your saving goal.
Mm. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, it seems to be a good resource for ordinary families who are, looking to put money together and share with the communities. Like you said, most uh, African immigrants use Susu as a means of help each other. So basically, they put money together, and one person gets for this week and that week. So would that app be effective in terms of managing that flow, or is just something that they can handle themselves? You are on mute.
The app do handle the flow of the how the groups run. So let's give you a scenario. If I'm Jake and I'm trying to buy a car today. Maybe I need a $5,000 to buy a car, and I don't want to go through the process of going get a credit card or maybe going to a car dealership where I can get to run my credit and maybe I see if I can get a car loan to get a car. Now, maybe I'm looking at maybe trying to buy a car in the next 6 months, right? I'm not ready yet, but I'm just thinking about it, right? Maybe I need to raise that $5,000. So what I can do, I'm giving you a whole scenario just to make it more understandable. I can go in the app, download the app, create my account, right? And I create my own group, invite my friends. So I invite my brothers, my sister, my two best friends, invite people who I know and trust, who I know maybe are working, can afford them. Once I invite them, I can tell them, say, gentlemen, okay, we can be 10 in this group, I want everybody to contribute to this group $200 maybe every week, right? Or $200 every 2 weeks, right? Or maybe whatever the amount is, maybe, but the total sum of money might reach around $5,000 for everybody to collect, right? So once I go into that group, I send an invitation, right? Example, Komlan is invited. Komlan will receive the invitation and say, hey, Jake, sent your invitation. Can you join this group, right? Komlan will read the terms and reference of my group, right? If Komlan agrees to it, he say, okay, accept it. If he doesn't agree to it, he declined the invite. However, assuming Komlan accept it, whoever I invited accept the group, right? I'm just gonna go back into the app, right, and create a list, right? Okay, I say I already created my saving goal, how much we're supposed to collect. I created a date, maybe I would say every 2 weeks, right? I selected the time, and now once everybody accepted, then I just select the payment process, right? Maybe if I want to buy my car urgently, I'll put, I can make myself the second person to collect my payment, right? Once I collect my second payment, right? So the idea to this is this, for example, right? Once you put that setting in, the app will flow the remaining process of the flow on who collect the money, when you're going to collect the money. The app does everything with that. Once you have all that setting in place, just leave the app. If the group's supposed to run for 6, 7 months, we just handle that, right? When the payment is due, we're gonna send a SMS notification to everybody. Say, hey, payment is gonna be due this time. Make sure you have money in your account. Hey, if you're collecting money this week, we say, hey, come on, congratulations. It's your turn to collect your payment, and you'll be collecting the sum of this amount. So the seamless process of people calling someone to pay somebody, not picking up, somebody delaying, somebody but there are a lot of lapses in it doing it manually. So we see all those lapses that's in it and try to create a solution for it that the app will be able to handle. Yeah.
Okay. So it's so in that sense, do you need uh friends to join, or you can is there a way that you can create your own account, saving the money there and maybe eventually withdraw it, or does it have to be like like a network, you know, pretty much network of people connecting together? How's that?
So like the whole definition about it is community building, right? So
Okay.
eventually the whole process of the first phase of it, right? It could be because our business model could divert into that where you can create your own. But as of now, we more focus on the community building. So it's not whenever you join a social group, it's either you're in a group or you're trying to create a group. And that's the only way
Okay.
you can be part of the app.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, this is a great resource. So if anybody out there who is more interested in creating like a network of savers, you can contact Jake and go on his website or download his app. So where can they find the app? Can they where can anybody who's interested in find the app?
So we've been doing a lot of promotion. We haven't officially launched the app. We are having our official launch this Saturday.
Okay.
At yeah at 11 a.m. in the morning. So we officially launching the app, introducing the features and everything. We're gonna dive deep into that, explain on how the apps work, explain the feature, explain the process of people benefiting from the app. We are
Okay.
gonna do that Saturday. Then from then the next time we're gonna announce when it's gonna be available on the Apple Store. We do have our website where we have our frequently asked questions. People who still don't understand what Susu is or don't understand how the flow is. It's www.susuinc.com. It's spelled susuinc.com. We have tons of resources, information. I explain more about what the other app work. And just to add up another good thing we I know we working on, right? We doing about the app. As you know, whatever you have a payment history plan, right? It always helps to build your credit. So the good news
Mhm.
about it is if you join a social group, right? All your payment history that you in a group with, right? If you're in it for 6 months, those payments are going to be reported to a credit bureau, and that'll also help to build your credit. So we're telling people that instead of you trying to go get a credit card, that you're gonna pay maybe 20% interest that you don't even know that you're gonna be paying interest, and they'll give you maybe a 5 year grace period, and that's just gonna increase. Don't do that, right? Look for your community, join a social group that you don't have to. We don't have to run your credit to be part of a social group. You in there with your own community. The money you're gonna get it from a credit card, you can still get it from your group. You're not gonna pay back with no interest, and plus it's also going to build your credit, and that's what we're telling people. Like, don't. It's not every time. I mean, credit card. I don't know how people run it, but those things, it do help to damage your financial struggle and also build it. But I would tell you, you don't need to do all that, right? You can have a friend and family that join your social group, and you can still be able to build your credit, by doing that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, where can that app be downloaded? Where can it be found?
It's going to be available in the Apple Store. As of now, it's not available yet. Like I stated, we are having the launching
Okay.
ceremony this Saturday, and after that, we're going to announce the exact date and time when it's going to be available on the Apple Store and the on the Google Play Store.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if anybody's out there who's interested in going into that, I think it's a great resource. It will be very helpful to family, especially in this tough pandemic time. I think it would be better to get something like that you can join a group and network of people to be able to save here and there every week, put in chip in maybe $50 or $20 depending on the agreement that you all come to. To build your credit, like Jake said, it can also help to build your credit. It can also help to get you through the tough times because it helps you build a network. So let me ask this. So is it just focused on people that know each other, or you can be in a group with people from any of the world? And how do you verify that this person is genuine? It's not a fake account. It's not it's a genuine account. I'm in sitting with this person.
I mean, like my Susu app, like any other financial institution, we do run. We do we do have verification processes. For example, signing up for the app, where we have to authenticate that whatever number you're using, that's it's a real person number. That's your number. And we have the second type of authentication because we're transferring funds from one account to another. So that will require
Right.
you asking you for your more personal information, right? That we want to check to know whether you are that person, before you are even able to be able to use the app. So we have to verify all those information from you before we can give you access to use the app. So we do have a lot of security features into the app that will be able to stop any types of fraudulent ad and everything. We have a session where you can sign into the app using your fingerprint. We have the two-factor authentication process where every time you want to go change your password, we want to verify whether it's you or it's somebody is So we have all the security feature built in the app that will be able to verify who's using the app and who's not supposed to use the app.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I think this. I mean, I know we had you before, and you gotta walk us through your company and what you're doing in Liberia. So is this a U.S. based company that can be accessed anywhere in the world, or this is like a Liberian based company that it's providing this app? Is it the same? Is it the same as your first company we discussed?
All right, so Piggy Technology is a Liberian-based IT firm.
Okay.
My Suzu Inc. is an American financial fintech based company. So the two are they are different. They are shipping phone related. So we fintech is just based. My Suzu app is just based in America, right? It's just for users in America only, right? Like we said, we linking people bank accounts, and our company that we partner with, they don't do international transaction. They only do it, in our, in the USA. So this app is only going to be available for people living in the US.
Okay. All right. So anybody in Liberia can access that to set up, their own Susu clubs or Susu network.
That will be as we grow as a company, but as of now, uh, we don't have a strong financial institution to support those. So it's gonna be it's very complicated to do. I mean, we trying to grow as a company. So as we down the year, it's something that we're looking to. But yeah, Masters app will only be available to people who live in the US. Once you out of the US, you won't be able to download the app because we want to make it available
Okay.
for people who live in the US.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if anybody out there who is interested in that, you can go and download the app. You said it's after Saturday next week, it's downloadable.
No, after Saturday next week, after our launch of our app, we put a date on when it's going to be available. So
Okay. All right.
it's something that you guys can come and join. Or if you go to my Susu, if you go to susuinc.com, we have all information about the event, and you can follow up on all social media at my Susu Inc. It's spelled MYSUSUINC. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. So we will give you more updates, information on the availability of the app when it's going to be available. But I would tell people, right, it's a very good tools to use. And if you need a financial breakthrough, you need to you need to pay for that house. You even need to take that vacation. You even need to get a down payment for your car. You really want to use this tool to kind of help you reach your financial goal.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think this is really, really great because, as you know, like I said before, there are a lot of families struggling to even save. I mean, there are reports, there are published on how much Americans are struggling to even uh, have $100, $400 in their account. There are a lot of reports out there, but I think this is a good resource to help family balance out, not just living paycheck by paycheck, but at the same time have something, you build like a network of people that are saving money, and then, let's say for instance, a week they save up, give it to John, next week give it to Peter, but it's within that same system. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah, and then that money is not just collected manually, but it's collected on the app, where everybody pays, and then that goes to John, right, or Peter, whoever determined it to get the money.
Yeah. So everything is done within the app. So nobody gonna call somebody like another person ask me, oh, how we gonna receive payment through Cash App? No. Our application provide our own payment gateway. So once you join the app, before you even join a group, we ask you to link your bank account. So we have a system where you will provide it like any other financial way. You're able to log into your bank account to verify your bank account and link it to your account. That process is done because of the withdrawal deposit purpose. So in a sense, if you're in a social group and a payment is due, our app will have to go into your account and automatically withdraw that money, right? Just to make it seamless so everybody can be able to receive the money and stuff like that. So everything is done. And one of the amazing features we also have is a chat feature where even before you can even start a group, right? You just can discuss it as a family, as a group, right? Hey, gentlemen, let's see, can we afford $200 in the group? Every 2 weeks, someone can say no, yes, no. Okay, let me get 250. But everything is right into the app, so you're not using any other application, but it's there, it's protected, it's locked, it's sealed. It's your financial secret. Just make use of it. And that's what we're doing, giving the financial to your financial freedom. So using my Suzu app is actually going to really, because like I said, going back in history, it has rescued, the idea has rescued a lot of people, right? You see, it's used to, over two, it's used over two, it's called 200 names, right? Like it's used around the world, right? And you realize over 200 countries uses it with different names, right? In West Africa, we call it susu. If you go to China, they have a different name for it. So yes, the idea, it works. It's a proven method. We're not giving a new idea. All we're doing as a company, we're just giving a platform to make use of this idea, and that's what we're doing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, just I think this is a great opportunity to kind of put your family uh, financial health into perspective, or put it into the mirror where you can see it, and say, okay, maybe these are the changes we need to make, and I mean, these are the things we need to put in place. But this app Jake is talking about, it seems very useful. It seems very helpful in terms of keep track of finances and being in a group. I mean, and it's like building a community too. Like you said, it's only used in the U.S. where you can, you don't have to do Johnny, but at least through that community. Maybe somebody could be in Denver or Colorado. I mean, yeah, Denver, Colorado, Alaska, and then you can be in that community to be able to, help each other financially. And that seems to be a very useful thing. As we know, we are all locking doors due to this pandemic, but this is an opportunity to network, to have people outside and be that community. So, Jerry, what are some of the requirements to people creating a community or creating a network on your app?
All right, so we have some requirements. First of all, you to be able to use the app, have you have to be a legal. You have to have a phone number, which is one of the process step we're going to use to verify you, and we're going to ask for personal information like your date of birth, your last four of your social. That we're going to we run just to make sure that you're authentic. So you need to provide those information to join a group. To join a group, you have to link your bank account. It's mandatory that you link a bank account to it because we want to make sure the other person on the other end going to receive the money, even though you join in it, right? What are requirement we need? Basically, I think that's the basic information that we will need,
Mhm,
for
okay.
you to be able to join or create a group.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, you just need a phone number, a full name. So do you have to enter? Like, do you have to enter like a picture of a government issued ID to kind of have verification, like verify the person's ID information put in? Or
So look at it like this, right? I give you a scenario. If you should download Bank of America app right now, maybe you're trying to create an account on it, right? Or maybe you're trying to uh, if you go to the bank, let's give a scenario, or maybe let's forget about Bank of America. Let's say if you try to Robinhood app, for example, right? They only asking you key information about you that they will be able to use in the back end to verify whether it is you. So that's any information that's always you gonna have it as a person, right? And that could be your date of birth, and that could be your last four of your social and your government name, right? And they can be able to track down whether it is you or not. And those are the information that we just need to know to be able to verify who are you or and that. So like I said, I know my Susu Inc. is a fintech company like any other fintech uh, 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 company around the world. So in terms of verification processes, we will go through the regular steps and the step to be able to verify a person like any other fintech company would do.
okay, yeah. I think this is a great concept. This is a great app that I think will be very helpful to a lot of people out there. It saves you from these massive interest rates from these banks, and you if you need something real quick, you can work within your group and get what you want. And I think it's a great opportunity that people can take advantage of, people can make use of. So what would you say to someone who is saying, I'm not quite sure how safe this app is, because all I need is just a phone number, or maybe somebody to say I'm going to join a group. Is it, does it have a lot of security features that make sure the wrong person is not joining in terms of verifying, maybe uploading government issued ID? There's something like that within the app.
So we have a very step of verification. Let's give a scenario. If you provide us your full name and your last four of your social, for example, right? And for us to verify, and we not verifying it. We, to be honest with you, all know that information is sent, to the I'm not going to disclose whoever it's sent to, but it's sent to a American government agency that they're going to run that check on that person. Now, if that information provided wasn't ready, it didn't meet the criteria or it didn't pass the security checkpoint, because sometimes when they're doing this verification, what happened is that one of the big things in America is money laundering, right? They want to know whether your name is on terrorist list. They want to know whether whether you're a person that's not into any of those illegal affairs, right? So our what I'll add when you once you submit this information, we run those checks. Now, if it's information that we need more information to that, right? Maybe they come back and say, okay, we will verify it, but we need more information for that. We will contact you and say, okay, can you provide us a driver lesson? Can you give us this information, for us to be able to verify you? Now, those will happen sometimes, right? If that is if the information you're giving or is not, we're not getting the result to verify you. So you will realize some users will say, oh, I wasn't verified instantly, right? I needed to send more information for them to be able to verify me. And it didn't happen in Cash App. If I send you $10,000 right now in Cash App, come on, you're not just going to cash that money out. Cash App going to ask you for your Java lesson, your social security number, because because it's a certain amount of money that they're going to be transferring. So they want to verify who's that. And
Mm.
for us, we will be transferring a huge amount of money. Let's say if you're in a group that collecting maybe $500 every 2 weeks, one person going to be receiving a payment of, let's say, 10,000, 15,000, right? We want to be sure that everybody that's on our platform is verified and is really legit. So the only reason I'm bringing that out is that, yes, we do have a process of security, a lot of security features that we use this to make sure that those users are the person who they say they are, you know. And just to add to this again, to give people that doubt, right? We as a small company partner with a big company, right, to move the funds, right? Like Cash App, the other big companies, right? They don't move the fund. They partner with other companies, right, that will be able to move the funds. So it's just the same way we do. And in order for us to be qualified to use those metal, right, we always have to pass any security checklist, and we have passed all those criteria and everything. So yes, the platform is totally secure because we're moving large funds from one account to another, and we have to go through a lot of security checks to make sure that our company is eligible to move these funds.
Okay. All right. That sounds good, man. That sounds good, and we will definitely post that into our description for people to view and be able to who use the app and have that opportunity to uh, maybe build a credit too, and have that financial stability. And I think this is a good place to start. If you're really interested in building your credit, you're really interested in maybe getting a car you really need and you don't have the money yet, create your own community. You can create your own community where put money together, give to one person, and this also be very helpful to that network people that share the same goal, basically. So, can this be used by religious institutions to help each other? Can this be used by maybe churches and synagogues and mosques and other religious institutions? So can this be used by students who are live in the same dorm or live in the same class and want to? So is that a specific group that can use it, or anybody out there who basically go through the security features or security checks that they can use it?
Yes, come on. That's true. What we doing, technology improves every day. People grow. What we do as a company, as we grow, right, we're gonna be able to incorporate small businesses to be able to join it with each other instead of having individuals join it. But as of now, it's only gonna be used among real people, right? People who will be verified and be able to, and that will pass our security checkpoint. These are the people that will be able to use this app, right? But other than that, I know, like for from religious institution, small businesses, for now, in the first phase of this app, we, they won't be able to use it. So we are only incorporating like real users, not institutions.
Okay. Um, yeah, man. Thank you for great work and thank you for your time. I know we'll definitely have you back in the future to talk about something else, or maybe talk about both companies, how they're running, how you're running. This seems to be a lot of work, but I just want to appreciate your time. And when I noticed you really develop a new app, and I said maybe we can have this guy on to share his his ideas. So much you have going on, so much you have doing, and this is a great resource. This is a really good opportunity for anybody to be able to save, because savings right now is hard. People are having really hard time saving money, and money is tight right now. But this seems to be a great opportunity for people to be able to save up a little bit and be able to help themselves and build their credits, and to be able to get financial house in order. And I just want to thank you for this greatness, giving people the chance to improve this and to get their life back, basically. Uh, and I look forward to maybe us talking more again about this maybe next year, or within a few months we'll be happy to have you back and see how things are with the app, and uh, pretty much everything is falling back in place. Uh,
Thank you too, Kamla. You're a great person in the community, and thank you for just shining lights on people who trying to do great and providing a platform for people to hear our story and what we're doing. And I see this platform provides a lot of young, mind-headed people who's doing great, and you just shining lights on, let people making people aware of what's going on within our community. And I know you're doing an excellent, great job. I really appreciate you doing that, and I also appreciate you also doing a lot. I know you're talking about me, but I know you're doing a lot. And we just try. All we want is, we want a successful place where people can be able to utilize every means and tools, and we are like we provide those services so people can utilize. And thank you, you're doing a great job. And hopefully in the future, maybe 2 3 months from now, we appreciate coming back to the platform and telling you, like, since we launched the app, what's the success story about it, how it's been going, and how people are already meeting up the saving goals since they started using this app and all that. So we will be happy to come back on this platform, and maybe that next time I'll come with my team, my full team, and we can all can share those highlights and everything, give more detailed information on how my Susu app can be utilized.
all right, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for coming here, taking the time to come here and discuss your app. And to close, just kind of give us your last word and where people can find you. And I'm definitely going to put that in the description. The app, your company, Pigment Technologies, and this current one, I'm going to put that in the description where people can go and be able to see for themselves how things are going.
Okay, thank you, Kamala. So I run two company like Kamala said. So we have Pigment Technologies, which is a Liberia software company where we develop software for government and non-governmental institution in Liberia. It's based in West Africa, Liberia. You can go to www.pigmenttech.com. That is our website. If you want to know any further information, contact us there. And we are also on all social media platform at Pigment. You just type Pigment Tech, PYGMYTECH, and yeah, you find us on all social media platform. That is a company just based in Liberia, and it has nothing to do with the US. And for Mansusu Incorporated, we are fintech, American-based fintech company based in the US. You can find us on www.susuinc, which is susuinc.com, and we are also available on all social media platform at MySusu Inc. MySusuinc. You can go there, follow us. We give you a lot of great updates, a lot of tips on how you can save. And another thing too, I didn't mention is come around. We're not just providing that platform. We're also teaching people, giving resources to people on how they can reach the saving goals. So it's very educational. You can also utilize our platform to understand your financial situation and to see how best you can help yourself to alleviate to remove yourself from that situation. So yes, follow us on all social media platforms, and our resource will really be a help to you. and try to download the app. Try to visit our launching ceremony this Saturday. It's going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal. We have a lot of in stock. Come and see how the actual app look like. Come and see how the app is used. We're going to be displaying all those features. Come and know more about it. If you have any other question, reach don't hesitate to reach out to us, and we can give you more information, answer your questions on that. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And have a good night. And to the viewers, thank you for your time, everything. Thank you for being here and hearing. With so much coming, we have a lot of great interviews coming. But it will be great that you subscribe and then you can get everything as we upload, as we go live. You get to see a lot of things. And this is a new channel. It's a show, but there's a lot coming. We are also going to a podcast and to talk about a lot of different things. And maybe Jake, we can invite you to one of our podcasts where you can have the time to talk about your business and everything that's going on. But this is the beginning. We're starting very small and things are going smoothly as well. But very soon, within the next few months, we'll launch our podcast and we get to talk about so many things. But for now, just subscribe to our channel and get the latest interview. There are a lot of topics, a lot of people we're gonna bring on board, and the schedule is filling up. So we want you to be the first to get the notification. So please subscribe and share with friends. This is it's something to highlight people like Jake, who are doing amazing things, who are doing so much, going down to the ordinary man and kind of giving an opportunity to be part of something great. And that's what Jake is doing. We want you to highlight these people, but we want you to have our journey as well. So the best you can do is subscribe and like our page and share with friends, share it with people, subscribe and be able to be part of the community. I just want to thank you all tonight for joining, for being able to hear Jake out, and maybe you can go to his website and download the app and get to you get to read about it, and maybe on Saturday you can attend his launching event when build your own community. You can build a community with anybody from anywhere, and Jake's app is very safe. You can it's vetted. People who log on or who subscribe or sign up, they can be vetted. So that's a very good thing. People are very concerned about that, about the identity. But with app with Susu app, my Susu, it's very safe. Like Jake just mentioned, it's very safe. There are a lot of things going on and a lot of making sure the bad guy not getting in there and people use your information, use your data. And that's a very good thing. That's what we all want. That's what we all like. So I just want to thank you all for this great opportunity for tonight, and have a great night.
Thank you, Kamala.
All right, Jake. Thank you.